I would like to just narrate this little drone footage that we have and give you an overview of this whole property. We've never done this before. We've had shots from the sanctuary, individual shots, down at ground level, but this drone is able to just give you a feel for this entire property. So if our staff could go ahead and roll that footage, I'll just kind of narrate it as we go through this. Right here we are. This is entering our property. And this is a gatehouse at the very entrance to our property right here. And we have this staffed all of the time that the property is open. So we are just now beginning to go through this gatehouse and enter the main entrance of what we call the sanctuary. And off in the distance there you can see Pikes Peak. This is actually a wide angle lens on this camera so that it makes it look like it's way off. Actually, Pikes Peak is just right there in your face. It's a beautiful view. It looks much closer to the human eye than it does through this lens. So this road, this is the entrance to our property, and it's about 8/10 of a mile. It's nearly a full mile from the entrance up to our building. On the right here, you can see parking that we have, and we are still under construction up at the main building site. Eventually, we'll have 450 spaces to park up there, but during construction, we don't have that much. We're having to use these parking lots out here, but even with the completed construction, it's still going to be way short on parking, and so that's the reason that we have a 1,000 car park being built on the north end of that property. As the camera turns around right here, you can see that building nestled up in the trees right there. That's what we call the lodge. That was already on this property. It was a private home. It's 8,500 square feet, and the lodge is, our builder said, worth about $2.5 to $3 million by itself. And of course, we only bought this property for a total of $4 million. So it was a tremendous deal that we got. And so we have 3 ponds on this property. The one that you see right there to the right of the, this is called the Gospel Truth Way is what we named this road as you head up there. That pond on the right is the middle pond. There's one down below, and then there's another one up above by the buildings. We also have a pavilion built just on the other side of that pond. That seats 220 people. We have plans to expand that and to put another 220 people, to double the size of that, and put in an amphitheater that'll seat 450 people, with the stage platform being right down on the edge of that lake. It's just a beautiful place. It's a little bowl-shaped deal, and it'll be a great place for all kinds of activities to happen down there. And now we're approaching these buildings. You can see the building on the far left past this parking. That is what I call the barn. And that's the one that we've already completed, counting the purchase of the property, the infrastructure, and the building of this first building, which is around 72,000 square feet. It was a $32 million project that, praise God, our partners helped us to get it done debt-free. It was an absolute miracle. And then over on the right where you see this crane, that's our new building. This is what is going to be our phase 2. It'll have a 3,200 seat auditorium in it, and we have the walls up. And actually, by the time you see this in June, we will have nearly all of the steel on the inside up for that. It is going to be a massive building. That's a 152,000 square foot building. So you can see the cars that are parked right here. We have approximately, I haven't counted them, but it's approximately around 200 parking spaces up there, but we have to use those remote lots that are about half of a mile away, and we shuttle people back and forth. You can see our buses down here. We actually run buses from the Springs, and then we have shuttles between all of this. And that's the reason that on the far side of this building you see under construction, with the crane there, on the opposite side, not included in that building, but in addition to it, we are going to put a 1,085 parking garage, space parking garage there that will accommodate a lot more parking, and it's really necessary. Of course, it'll be covered parking, and in the winters in Colorado, that's going to be really, really special. So this building that you're looking at right now that's in front of you, this is what I call the barn. It has these decks on it. Inside it's just a beautiful building, and right here is the drone just flying over the roof of this first phase, the one I call the barn. It's completed, and it'll show you that it is attached to this second building. The second building is over twice the size. This first building, the steel that's in it, if you put it end to end, it would reach over 2 miles. This second building is over twice the size, and I haven't heard the exact statistics, but I'm suspecting that if it was 2 miles end to end, the steel in the first building is going to be at least 4 miles or more of steel. And of course, right there you can see the beautiful view from our campus, and like I was saying, with this fish-eye lens, it makes Pikes Peak look like it's way off, but it's just huge. It's standing right there in your face, and it's just a beautiful piece of property that God has given us.